Ever wanted to play a realistic command and control game based on a fusion of RTS and 5-on-5 MOBA? Well, the developers over at Petroglyph and publisher PlayGrid Games heard your call for such a game and have released one such game. Victory Command has just been released into early access on Steam and is such a fusion of RTS and MOBA. Very rarely do you see a fusion of these two game types, due to the balancing issue and tactic design that separate the two. In the case of Victory Command, in this early access stage, there are some roadblocks to it succeeding in its fusion. Keep in mind that since this is early access alpha, every element of the game is still in flux and may change by the full release. Before you jump into battle, you must first prepare your squad of choice. You do this by selecting one of the pre-built squads of units, or creating your own if you have earned enough credits from gaming or in-game purchases, and selecting any available upgrades or abilities, again using credits from purchase or game hours. Once you have figured out your squad and its facets, you may begin looking for a match. This is random, and once a match has been built for you, you are unable to change your squad or any major element to your loadout. This makes any team building or designing problematic, since you could find yourself in a team of just tanks, or just foot soldiers, and be completely outmatched. Being outmatched is a problem for the balancing in the game in general, as you are unable to adapt your team to any knowledge of the enemy. But it becomes even more unbalanced with the respawning element of the game. The respawning within a match is very simple. There is none. Once the members of your squad are dead, they stay dead, and you do not receive any replacements for your units. Again, this makes your random teams and enemies incredibly problematic to balanced gameplay. In many cases, this is completely realistic, where you don't have intel and your soldiers don't come back to life. But in reality, you also have options of retreat, company communication, and Hail Marys. Your tactics and battle formations are not as free-floating as a normal RTS, due to the lack of forces replenishment, but does have the hesitation of a MOBA due to lack of respawn. The tactic of sacrificing or baiting your opponent is a true gamble in the game, and can be very rewarding if the cards are in your favor. This also makes the game time either very short, as you have the cards against you, or very long, with a stalemate or equal numbers. While this isn't bad in any measurable way, it can lead to bland and dull gameplay at times. With much of the elements of Victory Command hinging on luck of the draw or pay-to-win features, there's still quite a ways to go for this early access game, and may lead to some very mixed responses as it grows. But since it is in early access, there is still a great deal of flux and balancing going on for Victory Command. Check out the early access page on Steam. Thanks again for leaving us a like here at Indie Game, and as always, be indie, be free.